Welcome to the podcast of executive coach Tony Mayo. This podcast is a sample from his #1 best-selling book, The Courage to Be in Community, a call for compassion, vulnerability, and authenticity. The complete audiobook is available on iTunes and Audible, as well as in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle, wherever books are sold. More information at tiny.cc/oncourage. That's tiny.cc/oncourage, all in lowercase letters.
The courage to be in community. I'm grateful to be here as part of this community that I joined so recently. I greatly appreciate being trusted with this role in the service, this precious slice of time to talk with you. Of course, with the opportunity comes nervousness, because I've got something important to me that matters for me that I'd like to share and make part of your life. And I'm cautious of doing something that will hurt my standing in the community. And of course, that is the topic of the sermon. When our minister asked me to help design a service on the theme of courage, I immediately knew I had to begin with the work of Brené Brown. Professor Brown made a big splash on the internet with her TED Talk, and her books are selling very well. She even hit the jackpot. She's been on Oprah more than once. Now, this professor of social work is the vulnerability lady. Vulnerability is a very popular injunction in psychology and self-improvement right now. I was at a conference for executive coaches, that's the work I do, with people from around the world. At one point, a woman from Holland stood up and said, "Everyone's talking about being vulnerable, and I don't get it." So I went to the dictionary to find out what this English word means. And it said vulnerability is to make oneself open to attack. Why? Why would I do that? It's a good question. I'll tell you a little later on the insight I got from the conversation that ensued that day. But first, take a moment to consider what makes you emotionally vulnerable, feeling like your values could be subject to attack. Maybe there are certain situations, particular people, parents, people with titles, advanced degrees, or accents, people who deliver sermons. Does asking for something make you feel vulnerable, or the opposite? Because sometimes to offer seems like another chance to be rejected. Admitting that you're confused, that you're unsure, or it could happen when you're ready to state a firm opinion. Either way, the feeling of emotional vulnerability rises up. We feel it, and it dominates our actions or our inaction. What are the times when you, in your day-to-day life, feel vulnerable, open to attack in some painful, frightening way? Sometimes this feeling makes you want to withdraw or hide, but it's often this very same sense of vulnerability that can make someone angry and aggressive. As you keep such incidents from your own internal experience in mind, let's exercise our courage, our hearts, for a moment right now by engaging in a short demonstration together. By taking a moment to listen to your inner voice, that voice that's always going, even when you're not speaking and there's no one else speaking. Many people here in the room are experienced meditators. You know this voice very well. On the other hand, if you're one of those people who are thinking, what voice is he talking about? I mean the voice that said, what voice is he talking about? The what voice voice? What is that voice saying to you about you? Things like, why are we here? How long is this going to take? What good is this demonstration? Am I doing this right? Listening correctly? Am I getting the point? Does Tony have a point?
The complete audiobook is available on iTunes and Audible, as well as in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle wherever books are sold. More details and a link to the free bonus chapter are at tiny.cc/oncourage. That's tiny.cc/oncourage, all lowercase letters. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. More information is available at tonymayo.com. We appreciate your comments, suggestions for future topics, and most of all, stories on how you applied the coaching. Our email address is podcast@mayogenuine.com.